Yo, here we start a rap about the Soviet Union. So sit yourself down so we can get moving. Gonna start at the start and end at the end, but we need some background info before we begin. So we're in World War I, and stuff's pretty scary. Nobody's getting food and they're all getting wary. Nobody likes the Tsar, who can get pretty bad, and people want some bread and they start to get mad. So some protests start and some riots begin, and this guy called Lenin butts his way in. He gets some people together to bring down the Tsar, and then before you know it, they're the Sickle and Star. Yo, this is a rap about the Soviet Union, and right about now is when stuff gets moving. The Bolsheviks are now at the head of the game, and from now on nothing will be the same. So a few years later, old Lenin dies, and the struggle for power starts to get on the rise. On one side is Trotsky, on the other is Stalin, and it's a bushy mustache man who has a quart with the bar in. So Stalin gets the power to many people's dismay, and he decides he's not gonna do things a socialist way. He starts 5-year plans all up in the shiz, and he kills a lot of people with the great purges. Yo, this is a rap about the Soviet Union. If you think it's bad now, wait till more gets moving. In the middle of all this, there's a Second World War, and Russia's about to face a lot more gore. So after a treaty that promised some order, Hitler breaks it with their blitzkrieg right through the border. The Soviets fight along with their big strong hand, and when it's all over they get a whole bunch of land. So about a decade after, finally Stalin is dead, and Khrushchev took the power and began to lead. A satellite, a dog, and even a man gets sent into space before the US can. Yo, this is a rap about the Soviet Union. For a while some things have been moving, but if you think we are done, well, it ain't over yet, because a lot is gonna happen, you can surely bet. Well, the Soviets into Cuba, mainly a nuke, which the US decides to quickly rebuke. A war was averted, though it came off real close, so thank God no one got a radiation dose. After Khrushchev went, Brezhnev came to power, and a lot of people are worried about a nuclear shower. It didn't change much, but some treaties were signed, and now we're ready to leave that era behind. Yo, this is a rap about the Soviet Union. For a while their stuff was right along moving, but now we are approaching the end of our tale, because the Soviets are now getting ready to fail. We think of Gorbachev with a spot on his head, and he realized the Soviets are just about dead. He implements reforms, but much of it is still lost, and the final collapse is gonna have to be the cost. So in 1991 he says he no longer has power, and a bunch of nations break free from the Soviet gouger. Some nations remain to form the Russian Federation, so a lot of people are still under strict regulation. Yo, that concludes the rap about the Soviet Union. Thanks for listening, now you can be moving. A lot of the era is shrouded in a mystery, but you have to admit it's a great part of history.